And one of the things we were able to do was to advance our bill on the budget, which is exposition of the very important project that we're working on. We'll discuss today. Thank you to the team. And I'm so happy to make this announcement in the heart of my city, Gatineau, a sector that is revitalizing and transforming in front of our eyes. And I want to thank all my colleagues who are here. Their presence is absolutely very appreciated, and your collaboration essential. So, a warning to the mayor, we'll be working with you a little more often with this project. Ottawa will be playing an absolutely central role in this historic project, and I also have the pleasure of being accompanied by Martin Bento, who will speak to you shortly, who's CEO of Alto, and will describe the coming steps and technical issues that will follow today's announcement. When the Prime Minister announced the first series of national construction projects, the high-speed trail was immediately identified as a transforming project, and because he named me as Transportation Minister, his first words were, Steve, up the speed. So that's what we did. We went and saw our partners in Europe to tell them we're serious. Get in the car, we're going. And the consortium of Cadence and the Alto team that's already working in four offices for planning and building this project, and he was told we have to go faster because we want to start building this major project.
Begin construction of this major project, one of the largest public works ever contemplated in the history of our country. Et ce n'est pas rien. Il s'agit du plus important projet d'infrastructure au Canada de son histoire. Une fois complètement terminé, ce projet s'étendra sur environ 1000 kilomètres de Toronto à Québec et pourra atteindre des vitesses allant jusqu'à 300 kilomètres à l'heure. Concrètement, cela permettra de réduire de moitié les temps de déplacement dans un corridor où vit près de la moitié de la population canadienne. Et nous sommes ici aujourd'hui pour annoncer que le premier tronçon du réseau de trains à grande vitesse sera celui reliant Ottawa et Montréal.
Will be between Montreal and Ottawa.
Et ce choix n'est pas anodin. Il reflète en outre l'importance stratégique d'Ottawa-Gatineau comme carrefour économique, institutionnel et démocratique.
Institutional, democratic, economic
hub. La région une nouvelle capacité d'attraction d'investissement permettra la croissance d'entreprises innovantes,
investment, business growth, and the mobility of thousands of workers, and strengthen the links between both sides of the Ottawa River.
The high-speed rail network will be the one between Ottawa and Montreal. This segment represents a unique opportunity to connect two provinces and quickly generate benefits for travelers, communities, and the economy. Now, why start with this part of the route? Because it is, for several reasons, the most logical option. It is a relatively short and straight portion of the overall route. And you know these high-speed trains, they don't like curves. They need to go in a straight line. This provides an excellent opportunity for teams in both provinces to begin to develop together the expertise needed to deliver the other segments, both in Ontario and in Quebec. And since this section is at the center of the future network, the other segments can be added to the west, from Ottawa to Peterborough and Toronto, as well as to the east, from Montreal to Laval, Trois-Rivières, and Quebec City. Et oui, Monsieur le Maire, il y a Laval
and yes, Mr. Mayor, Laval is included.
En entrant et en sortant.
coming
De
and
plus, à
going.
partir de janvier
And
2026,
starting in January
Alto entreprendra un
2026,
vaste
Alto
processus de
will
consultation publique.
undertake a massive
Il y en aura dans
public
plusieurs villes, y
consultation
compris ici,
in
à
several
Gatineau et à Ottawa.
cities, including
Ce
Gatineau and
processus
Ottawa.
comprendra plusieurs aspects
This
dont
process
Martin
will
pourra
include
vous
many
expliquer dans les prochaines minutes.
aspects that will be explained soon. These consultations are essential. They'll guide the project and will reduce impacts, favor inclusion, and maximize returns for the community. A real and continued mobilization with Canadians and communities is indispensable. It already was and will continue to be throughout each step of the project. Now, if you permit, let me speak of our region. We have major issues, just like Laval and Montreal and other municipalities along this route, major issues of mobility. And it's so exciting to see projects at the dawn of their development.
The LRT in Ottawa, which is coming along, and I want to salute the work of Mayor Sutcliffe of really bringing what was, I think we can agree, a project that had hit a few speed bumps and bringing it under control, where we're going to see openings to the east and to the west very, very soon, and I want to congratulate him for that incredible work. Nous avons de notre côté de la rivière
On our side of the river,
un projet aussi.
we also have a project,
Sur rail, un projet transformateur, un projet de
transformative tramway
qui va
project here in Elmer that will transform
de notre ville aussi et dans lequel
our city as well, and the government of Canada is investing, and to the east we've announced
d'une nouvelle traverse, le pont de l'Est,
a new bridge, the East Bridge, which will also reduce
et augmenter la mobilité.
traffic jams and
If we've learned
improve
one thing
mobility.
about these projects is that intermodality, connections to public transit, connections to road networks, connections to airports is absolutely essential so that people can leave their home, get on a mode of public transit, and get to their destination without getting into a vehicle necessarily, and be able to do that in one easy step. We're getting there. We're getting there with the LRT. We're getting there with these other projects. Et le lien entre tout ça,
the link between all of this
sera
will
le
be
train
all.
à grande vitesse. Qui va
It's
aider à
the
la
high-speed train.
moitié de la population
It will help
canadienne
almost half the Canadian
aller à leur
population
destination
to get
et
to
à
their
nous développer
destination
économiquement.
and
Donc, le
for
train à grande
economic
vitesse
development.
représente véritablement
So high-speed
une
rail
occasion de
truly
bâtir.
represents an
Et en tant que
opportunity
projet
to build.
structurant, il sera
And as a
accéléré
structural
autant que
project,
possible,
it'll be
tout en veillant à
accelerated
ce qu'il
as much
soit
as
construit par
possible
des
while
entreprises
making sure
canadiennes
it's built by
avec des
Canadian
matériaux
businesses
canadiens.
with Canadian
Cette
materials.
accélération permettra
And
de
this
débuter la construction
acceleration
dans 4 ans,
will
soit
allow
2
us to
fois
start
plus rapidement que le
construction in 4 years. So
This
twice as
acceleration
quick
will
as
allow
the
construction to
8
begin
years.
In 4 years. I just want to linger on that point. 4 years, Martin.
No pressure.
Twice as fast as the original 8-year schedule. We are talking about a generational investment that will shape the Canadian economy for decades to come and will create lasting benefits. Just think of steel and concrete production, electrical systems, digital technologies, and the mobilization of thousands of skilled tradespeople. And think of artists, of public art, of stations, of new installations that will animate our communities, qui vont animer les villes
That will
comme Laval,
animate
qui vont
cities
animer
like
les villes
Laval, animate
comme
cities
Ottawa
like
et
Ottawa
Montréal.
and Montreal.
Ça va être extraordinaire.
It'll be
Ça va
extraordinary,
représenter
and
l'ambition
it'll represent the
et
ambition and
de
unity
ce grand pays.
of this great country.
L'ambition parce qu'on
The
peut
ambition
réaliser de
because
grandes choses
we can do big
ensemble.
things together,
Et l'unité, évidemment,
and
parce
unity,
qu'on va
obviously,
relier
because we will
deux des
link
provinces fondatrices
two
de
of the
notre
founding
pays
provinces of
avec
our
une
country
technologie
with
de pointe
technology
qui n'aura jamais été vue au monde.
that's never been seen in the world before.
I just want to conclude by saying there's all sorts of good reasons to do it. But we know we have a trade war. We know we have economic work to do in our country. Recent estimates suggest that this project will create more than 50,000 jobs during construction and contribute up to $35 billion to Canada's GDP. It will also provide a significantly reduced emissions transportation option, which will help reduce the transportation sector's impact on climate change. Choosing an electrified train over the car or short flights could avoid up to 39 million tons of emissions over the life of the project, removing the equivalent of about 100,000 cars per year from our roads. Today's announcement marks an important milestone, and many, many more will follow. Every step forward brings us closer to a faster, cleaner, and more modern transportation network that will give a real boost to our economy. Et avec un premier tronçon reliant Montréal et la région de la capitale nationale,
between
nous commencerons déjà à constater
Montreal and the national capital,
structurant.
we're starting already to see returns for this ultra-structuring project for the most populated part of the country. These are opportunities for Canada, for Gatineau, Ottawa, and the national capital region that works as an integrated economic hub. By starting here, the high-speed rail sends a clear message. Our region is going to be a driver in the growth of our country for decades to come.
Thank
Thank you for being here.